Welcome to Streaming News Network by Claude McDaniel. Please like and subscribe.
This is Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Authorities in California are investigating new allegations involving former Congressman Eric Swalwell. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department confirms its Special Victims Bureau has opened an inquiry after a Beverly Hills woman accused Swalwell of assault during an incident in 2018. The accuser claims she was drugged at a political event, taken to a hotel room, and attacked. She says the alleged incident had lasting emotional and psychological effects. Swalwell, through his attorney, has strongly denied all allegations, calling them false and politically motivated, and says he intends to fight the claims. Investigators say the case is in its early stages, with evidence being gathered and reviewed. Once complete, the findings may be submitted to prosecutors for potential charges. The development comes amid multiple accusations against Swalwell in recent days, which preceded his decision to suspend his gubernatorial campaign and resign from Congress. This is Streaming News Network. A major ruling has been handed down in a high-profile antitrust case involving the live entertainment industry. A New York jury has found that Live Nation and its subsidiary Ticketmaster maintained an illegal monopoly over the live event ticketing market. The case was brought by the Department of Justice, along with dozens of states and the District of Columbia, alleging anti-competitive practices such as restricting access to venues, retaliating against competitors, and using long-term exclusive contracts to block rival ticket sellers. Jurors reached the decision after a trial that began in early March and included testimony from multiple industry figures. The companies, which control a significant portion of major concert ticket sales and venue operations, now face potential penalties and structural changes. Earlier in the case, federal officials and several states reached a partial agreement requiring the company to divest certain venues and limit service fees. Further legal action and remedies are expected as the case moves forward. This is Streaming News Network. The United States Senate has once again rejected an effort to limit military action involving Iran. Lawmakers voted down a war powers resolution aimed at curbing the authority of Donald Trump to continue military operations without direct approval from Congress. The measure failed by a vote of 47 to 52. The proposal would have required the administration to withdraw United States forces unless lawmakers formally authorized the mission. The vote largely followed party lines, with a small number of members crossing over. It marks the fourth time this year the Senate has blocked similar efforts. The debate centers on the War Powers Resolution of 1973, which is designed to limit unilateral military action by the executive branch and requires congressional approval for extended engagements. With a key deadline approaching in early May, pressure is mounting on Congress to decide whether to authorize continued military involvement, force a withdrawal, or allow operations to proceed without formal approval. The issue remains a focal point in Washington as the conflict continues. This is Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Former Michigan Wolverines football head coach Sharon Moore has been sentenced to probation following a plea agreement in a Michigan court. A judge ordered 18 months of probation, along with fines exceeding $1,000. Moore must also have no contact with the victim, continue mental health treatment, and avoid alcohol and recreational marijuana. The case stems from misdemeanor convictions tied to the misuse of a telecommunications device and trespassing. More serious original charges, including a felony, were dismissed as part of the agreement. The court noted that jail time was suspended, meaning Moore will avoid incarceration if he complies with the terms of his probation. During sentencing, the judge emphasized the seriousness of the conduct while also citing personal factors in determining the outcome. Moore was previously dismissed from his coaching position after the university found evidence of an inappropriate relationship involving a staff member. A follow-up review hearing has been scheduled for October 2027. This is Streaming News Network. A public dispute is drawing attention online between two prominent conservative figures. Candace Owens has accused Erica Kirk of misrepresenting the reason for her last-minute withdrawal from a Turning Point USA event at the University of Georgia. Kirk had stated that security concerns prompted her decision not to appear at the event, which was scheduled to feature Vice President J.D. Vance. However, Owens publicly challenged that explanation, claiming the cancellation was instead tied to low ticket sales and questioning the credibility of the stated reason. She also raised additional concerns about leadership claims within the organization and argued that a serious security threat would have impacted the entire event. The exchange quickly gained traction online, drawing millions of views and highlighting growing divisions within conservative media circles. Neither side has indicated any plans to reconcile, and the situation continues to unfold publicly. This is Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Authorities in Arizona report increased activity in a residential neighborhood connected to an ongoing disappearance case. The Pima County Sheriff's Department says patrols have been stepped up in the Catalina foothills area following complaints from residents about trespassing. The concerns come more than 2 months after the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, whose case remains under investigation. Officials say vloggers and independent content creators have been entering private property in an effort to document developments, prompting law enforcement to increase their presence. Additional patrols have also been reported near the homes of family members connected to the case. Authorities are urging the public to respect private property and allow investigators to continue their work. This is Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Hollywood welcomed a touch of nostalgia as a legendary television icon made a rare public appearance. Barbara Eden, best known for her role in the classic television series I Dream of Jeannie, attended the opening night of the Beverly Hills Film Festival. The 94-year-old actress appeared on the red carpet at the TCL Chinese Theater for the premiere of a documentary honoring television producer George Schlatter. Dressed in a bright red ensemble, Eden posed for photos and even recreated her signature gesture from the beloved sitcom, delighting fans and attendees. The documentary highlights Schlatter's contributions to television as a producer, director, and writer, drawing a crowd of industry figures and admirers. This is Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Police in Omaha say officers fatally shot a woman following a violent incident involving a young child outside a retail store. According to investigators, the situation began inside a Walmart, where the suspect allegedly approached a woman and a small boy, displayed a knife, and forced them out of the store while holding the child at knife point. Authorities say officers responded to an emergency call and confronted the suspect outside. During that encounter, she allegedly used the knife to slash the child before at least one officer opened fire, killing her at the scene. The child suffered injuries to the face and hand but is expected to survive. Police say the individuals involved did not appear to know each other, and the motive remains unclear. The incident is being reviewed, including body camera footage and store surveillance, as investigators continue to piece together what led to the attack. Television personality and dermatologist Sandra Lee is revealing a serious health scare that occurred during filming of her show. Lee says she suffered a stroke while on set last November during production of her series Dr. Pimple Popper, breaking out, leading to a 2-month in filming. She described initially experiencing symptoms she believed were minor, including sweating and discomfort, before later developing more serious signs such as difficulty speaking and weakness on one side of her body. Medical testing later confirmed she had experienced an ischemic stroke, a condition caused by reduced blood flow to the brain. Lee says she has since undergone physical and occupational therapy and is continuing her recovery, though she also noted emotional challenges following the incident. She is now urging others to monitor their health closely, particularly blood pressure, cholesterol, and stress levels. The new season of her show is scheduled to premiere later this month. This was Claude McDaniel Streaming News Network.
Thank you for listening to Streaming News Network videos and shorts. Please like and subscribe to our news channel.